can I say something about our media too? I don't care whether it's MSNBC. Although there's a couple people that have started going disgraced ex-president. What's your face say? Stephanie Wilson starts as introducing him.
Twice impeached.
Okay. Ex-president.
There you go.
That's what we need. When these motherfuckers on CNN keep talking about him like he's a viable candidate.
Yeah.
I just get like, I'm sorry.
And the list is so long, though, that to introduce who he is.
Yeah, you can't just go, here's a list of shit. We just scroll for a day, but that they don't do that he's still this, and he hasn't gone to one debate, which means he's obviously in serious mental decline. Supposedly he was supposed to testify yesterday in his tax fraud case. He said, I'm going on the stand. Didn't go on the stand.
Yep.
And then you got the people that are actually viable candidates, Nikki Haley and Chris Christie, and they're behind by 80 points or some crazy number. How is that possible? How is America so fucking broken that this criminal, this full out raging criminal, is actually being considered as the Republican frontrunner?
Oh, he's got a hold on them. Hold on them as a cult leader.
But how?
We try to explain this every week.
I know, but I'm just
the most interesting theory that I've heard. I heard the other day. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how you can just listen to him talk for 2 minutes and think that guy should run anything, let alone the whole country, let alone believe that he's a Christian, because there's a whole faction of them that believe he's got saved and he's born again, because usually you might see someone act different than the way he does. But okay. Yeah. But this theory was that these far right Christians, he called it the persecution complex. So it started, I think, I don't know if it started there, but definitely we started noticing it with they're trying to cancel Christmas. And
my eyes.
Like I was at my sister's house and she and her husband were both like, oh, you can't say Christmas to Siri because she won't play. You have to say holiday. And so then she couldn't get an album to play. And I said, play Louis and Ella Christmas. And she said, play Louis and Ella Christmas. And I said, so it's not that Apple has canceled Christmas. It's that however this music was cataloged, at the time, whatever it was categorized
based
as.
On a word.
Or the name of the album was. That's what it is. It's not some new thing where they're trying to cancel Christmas.
They love to say that, though.
But it's that persecution complex, right? Where we're coming for them and we're taking away their rights. And this guy was saying that he has really appealed to that persecution complex. And that's why we saw support for him waning in the beginning, especially because of his things he said about abortion. And then he got indicted by Alvin Bragg, and all of a sudden his numbers shot way up because they're identifying.
Now he's doing it for them. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the holiday cups at Starbucks?
Yes.
Like they're like, oh, Christmas trees aren't on them anymore. Like it's like, at what point do you people stop being victims and come up with a plan for the country? Because the Republican Party didn't used to be like this.
Well, because also, guys, there are other holidays in this country. It doesn't mean that Christmas, but no, because the first day of Hanukkah just passed, and a lot of Jewish people live in this country, and Kwanzaa is coming up, and so there are other holidays. So sometimes when a company does a holiday cup, maybe they're just trying to
make more money
for everybody. That's probably it.
It's like what we talked about.
Which, by the way, Republicans should love. They're just weaseling it, guys.
Yeah. It's like what we talked about last week about how they start to freak out if they see other skin colors in their own eyeballs. If they see them on a billboard or in a TV show
or in Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just watched a Hallmark movie where the main lead couple was a gay couple, and I thought about Grandma. So she would have written a letter, probably.
So she was interesting.
Well, she wrote better. She wrote a letter. She had a couple that she was friendly with that was a gay couple. She wrote a letter because of the vodka ads. Ted Danson was in some vodka ads, and they were airing them in between the movies, and She wrote a letter.
But wait, why? Because
you can't show vodka ads during Christmas movies.
Hallmark. It's Hallmark.
You can't. Listen up.
Wait a second.
How do you not see this?
I thought it was like Yule log. Isn't that the part time to get drunk?
Yeah.
No, you hide your alcohol in your closet in the South.
You idiot.
The alcohol stays in your closet in the South.
Yeah,
you
right.
go 3 counties away to buy it. Mm-hmm. And hope you don't see everyone else from your church.
Then when you have some sitting there watching movies with wine, you close the curtains.
You close the front door.
I thought it was a celebration.
In the South, your screen door is always open on the front door, but when it's wine o'clock, we would close the main door and lock it.
What about moonshine? Wasn't that as celebrated as like?
Grandma ran moonshine. She ran moonshine. She had an old Chevy Caprice. Used to load it up.
Time ago,
had big springs on it. Yeah, she
bathtub bourbon.
Grandma ran moonshine.
Yeah.
So now they're trying. So you've got this piece of shit who was president for 4 years, and this guy was horrible. You got to admit, we had 1 million dead. They were stacking bodies in the fridge. He actually made $2.1 billion. He was charging Americans, taxpayers, for all of his golf. He was doing all the like you said. The list of horrors is extensive and endless. Mm-hmm. So the only way to take that onus, the shit stain off of the shit stain, is that to actually impeach Biden, because then he can go, well, Biden got impeached too.
That's the tactic.
That's exactly what they're doing.
And I think they even said that.
Yeah,
it's like the only reason that they're trying to get an impeachment through is so Trump has some kind of defense against Biden, because otherwise he can't run on anything.
Except he's impeached twice. For literally,
they got to get him 2 times.
For literally extorting weapons, extorting Ukraine for weapons.
Yeah,
we have the call of him extorting. Then we have him trying to overthrow the election. We have the call. So
again, the list of things that would have to balance it out.
So here's the thing. So what these guys did. Mike Johnson, by the way, who is the weirdest? Like, how is this guy who actually created the plan to overthrow the election? It was his idea. It was his legal opinion that they could overthrow the election. How is that guy second in line for the presidency now, third in line for the presidency now? How is that possible?
He said today that the White House had left him no choice because they are stonewalling witnesses and evidence. And I just think that's hilarious. Jim Jordan still hasn't shown up for his subpoena,
right?
Trump didn't show up. Pence didn't show. Nobody showed up.
But this is a lie, because they've gotten all of Hunter's records. They've got Joe Biden's bank records. They've got everything they need. Now the problem is this: they actually keep wanting more records, so they give them to them. Right? They've subpoenaed them. They've got them everything. They had the guy testify from the post office came in and said, "We've got this guy." Remember, the IRS agents came in and said they testified. And then they had guys, their experts came in and go, well, we don't really have enough evidence to convict him of anything. Their own guys testified in Congress. Mm-hmm. So they keep going. The reason they have to keep going is because they need to have doubt in the voters' minds when the election comes around. Mm-hmm. It's the email thing. How long did the email thing still going on?
Yes.
Isn't Heritage still doing? Isn't someone still doing it? Someone's still going after her email stuff?
I don't know if they still are, but I know, a couple of years ago, at least, they were still suing.
So she had 36 investigations into her emails. Every single one was found that she did nothing wrong.
Obama still wasn't born here.
Trump's DOJ released findings.
That's right. I forgot it was Trump's DOJ that was like, yeah, we got nothing. So now we've got and we get the laptop. How many years? Because I would tell you this. They keep saying they have all the evidence. If you were the Republicans and you had evidence that Joe Biden actually did some shady shit that he deserves to be impeached for, wouldn't you have released the evidence already?
Yeah. And
after
if you look
5 years?
Yeah. And look at the other side. They are going immediately filing cases, winning, filing cases, winning. They're not waiting on evidence. What's his name? Jack Smith.
Yeah.
How we went to the Supreme Court the other day.
Yeah.
He's not waiting around for and just claiming he's got, we got all kinds of evidence.
Wait till you guys see.
Wait till it comes out.
Wait until you see what
Marjorie
we got
Taylor
here.
Greene's soon-to-be ex-husband. He has the evidence. He's going to bring it forward. It's coming. Of course, now she's divorcing him, so maybe that's why the evidence hasn't. And the laptop was never found. That Tucker
lost it
via UPS.
And they lost it. So they lost the laptop, all the documents that proved Hunter Biden. The laptop, by the way, supposedly now the FBI has the laptop.
By the way, very easy to copy files from.
You
just go to Best Buy.
Impossible.
Very easy to just carry them with you.
Yeah, on the plane.
You could just
he
upload them.
Something that important.
You
want to throw that in a box and ship it. It's a conspiracy. Same thing is happening. A far-right Polish lawmaker has now used a fire extinguisher on Hanukkah candles in Parliament. A far-right Polish lawmaker crossed Parliament during an event with members of the Jewish community that they do every year. He took a fire extinguisher, created a huge white cloud for security guards to rush people out of the area, and blew out the Hanukkah candles. Members of the Jewish community, including many children, had gone to Parliament that day at the speaker's invitation for the annual Hanukkah celebration.
That's the British Project 2025. What is that?
I don't even understand. I don't even understand what the point of that was. Okay. So that's your stand. You blew out the menorah. You were like, yeah, take that.
I don't like you guys.
I mean, it was.
I know. I'm sure it's a big deal, but I mean, that's your protest.
Just meanness. That is what they do.
What I don't understand again. Now we're switching gears again to